Finally, 2 weeks ago, the Grand Prix circus have come to Dallas for round 9 of the 1984 World Championship. It's the first time that a Grand Prix race has been held at Dallas, and a new circuit has been laid around the city fairground. Plenty of American razzmatazz, but a lot of worry about the surface of the new circuit, which has been breaking up badly in practice. A lot of work has had to be done this morning to improve it. On pole position, Nigel Mansell in Lotus number 12, and alongside him, Elio De Angelis in the other Lotus. There's a gap on row 2 alongside Derek Warwick's Renault, where René Arnoux' Ferrari should be, but he's been delayed on the warm-up and will start from the very back. At the start, the 2 Lotuses go into the lead, followed by Derek Warwick's Renault. Nigel Mansell ahead of Elio De Angelis and Warwick third. In 4th place, it's Ayrton Senna's Tolman. 5th and 6th are the McLarens of Niki Lauda and Alain Prost. Still the Lotus is ahead on this first lap and pulling away. Mansell still ahead of De Angelis, Warwick still 3rd, Senna still 4th. McLaren's 5th and 6th, Keke Rosberg is 7th, Alboretto's Ferrari is 8th, Tom Bay's Renault is 9th. An early casualty is Hainault's Ligier, which has lost its nose section. Mansell leads through the twists at the back and is pulling away a little bit from his teammate De Angelis. The first 3 cars at the moment use the Renault turbo engine. Senna, the man who so nearly won the Monaco Grand Prix in the rain, is still 4th, but Keke Rosberg has taken 6th place, behind Niki Lauda and ahead of Alain Prost. Only one Tyrrell has started the race, that of Stefan Beloff, because Martin Brundle crashed in practice. This is François Hainault, who's now crashed his Ligier properly after losing the nose cone and walks away from the accident. Mansell is pulling away, his Lotus twitching and bouncing over the bumps. De Angelis is still 2nd, his teammate. Derek Warwick still 3rd, but in 4th place, Ayrton Senna spins the Tolman. The rest of the field squeeze by. Senna restarts in reverse gear, and that's René Arnoux in the red Ferrari storming through the field from his start at the back of the grid. Nigel Mansell laps Johnny Cecotto in the other Tolman, which has made an early pit stop. Still De Angelis is in 2nd place, pursued by Derek Warwick. But Warwick goes ahead of De Angelis to take 2nd place. Already the circuit is breaking up badly. Look at the road surface here. Alboretto's Ferrari. And Stefan Beloff has hit the wall in the only Tyrrell to start the race. Now Nigel Mansell's lead is challenged by Derek Warwick, but Warwick is on the loose surface on the outside and spins into the tyre barriers and retirement. Mansell is briefly left on his own. But he hits the wall, coming out of a left-hander. And Niki Lauda loses 2nd place to Elio De Angelis. So the Lotuses are 1st and 2nd again. Mansell's car apparently undamaged by hitting the wall. Lauda 3rd, Rosberg 4th in the Williams. And now De Angelis briefly takes the lead, but only for a few feet because Mansell reasserts himself. Now Rosberg challenges and passes Elio De Angelis to take 2nd place. So it's Lotus, Williams, Lotus. A wonderfully exciting battle. Patrick Tambay has torn off a rear wheel coming out of the same chicane where his teammate Derek Warwick crashed earlier. Rosberg is now pushing the leader Mansell, and Mansell locks up his rear wheels going into the chicane and almost comes to a halt. That slows Rosberg, and in third place Alain Prost is able to dart past the Williams and take up the challenge to try and wrest the lead from the Lotus, which has been leading since the beginning. That's Mansell's car, number 12. But Rosberg fights back, retakes second place from Alain Prost, and sets about the Lotus once more. At last, Rosberg is able to get alongside the Lotus, but once again the door is shut, he can't get by. Prost is a close third again. Now Mansell hits the wall again with his front right-hand wheel, and that is the chance that Rosberg needs to take the lead. Mansell fights back briefly, but watch Rosberg's hand wave impudently at Mansell, saying, "Go away." And he pushes Mansell out. Mansell soon comes into the pits for fresh tyres. Probably he's punctured a front tyre when he clouted the wall. So now it's Rosberg leading, and it's Prost in second place. Nelson Piquet has been driving his Brabham with a jammed throttle, and finally he slides off the road. He was lying sixth at the time. And now Prost challenges and easily passes Keke Rosberg so that he now leads the race, the third leader of the day. At once he pulls away. So Alain Prost leads, Keke Rosberg is second in McLaren and Williams respectively, as Ayrton Senna comes into the pits to retire. The heat is intense, 100 degrees in the shade Fahrenheit, 140 degrees in the cockpit. Alboreto has clouted his back wheel and he's retired. And now Alain Prost has punctured his front wheel. And he also parks his car, his race run. This lets Keke Rosberg back into the lead, and it also allows the amazing René Arnoux, who started from the back in his Ferrari, to come through into second place. There he is, the red car just flashing behind there. More retirements. Marc Surer, the Swiss driver, with his Arrows, with a flat back tyre. And at once, the other Arrows, driven by the Belgian Thierry Boutsen, parks. It's quite a collection now. That's Surer getting out. And still Rosberg goes on his victorious way. Niki Lauda is the next to succumb. He was lying third with McLaren number 8, but his car stops at just the same place. So now the order is Keke Rosberg, the leader for Williams, René Arnoux in second place for Ferrari, Elio De Angelis third for Lotus, Jacques Lafitte fourth for Williams. Nigel Mansell should be fifth, but his car has expired within sight of the flag. Exhausted by the heat, he tries to push it home, but collapses in the road. And past goes Piercarlo Ginzani to take fifth. Mansell is, however, given sixth place for his pains and 1 championship point. On the rostrum, Rosberg sprays the champagne. De Angelis on the left in the black, Arnoux on the right in the red. The lady in white is Sue Ellen from Dallas, the television series. And in the World Championship, Prost and Lauda haven't improved their score. De Angelis in third place is half a point behind Lauda, Arnoux 1 point behind De Angelis, and Rosberg is now fifth. In the Constructors' Championship, McLaren still have a big lead. Ferrari and Lotus are very close for second place.